In the 3rd century, the Roman conquest of Spain gave rise to several parts of Spain. The regions are Castilian, Catalan, and Galician. The Romans in the 3rd century used Latin, and the Latin mixed with indigenous languages from the region is called Vulgar Latin. And the conquer of the Romans gave deep influence of the Spanish language, mostly for the grammar, which nouns have male and female, and verbs conjugated in the same way as other Latin languages. In the 5th century, the Visigoths, who are now speaking the modern Germans, lent a few words from their language to Spain. Later on, Umayyad Caliphate, people who spoke Arabic, came and conquered Spain. They lent lots of words to the Spanish language nowadays, which normally starts with an A or a Z. Later on, the Catholic Church, with Queen Elizabeth and King Ferdinand, unified Spain's 3 parts, Castilian, Catalan, and Galician, into one single part. Unified their language into one single language called Castellano, which is the central Spain and home to Madrid, in 1492. At that same year, Christopher Columbus sailed across Atlantic Ocean and started its conquer through the South American indigenous people. In the Nahuatl language, which is the language the Aztecs spoke in, they had words that started with ch and y, pronounced as tio, which is now part of Spanish language. In the Quichua language, in the Quichua Mountains, there's spoke a similar language which lends lots of words starting with ch to Spanish. In the 18th century, where the Spanish spoken is a lot similar to modern Spanish, as in the same period, William Shakespeare has still spoken Old English, which was highly different to modern English. In the 18th century, the Spanish language was deeply influenced by the French culture, and the French, which also shared lots of words to the Spanish language. And that is quite a lot of in the 19th century, all over Central and North and South America, people revolted to gain independence from Spain. In the newly sovereign nations, people continued to speak the language of their former oppressors. Today, there are approximately 450 million inhabitants of Hispanic America. As of 2021, only English, Mandarin, and Hindi has more speakers. How does a language with so many speakers around the world not break apart into new languages, like the way Vulgar Latin did? The answer is not clear. Other languages that spread through colonialism, like French, has mixed with indigenous languages to form entirely new ones. But of course, people in the Southern America, like Costa and like Buenos Aires, occasionally might find words that the Mexicans aren't familiar with, just like the Slavic language. Well, it's different from the Slavic language because the Slavic has broken into lots of different languages, like like Russian, Ukrainian, Lithuanian, but Spanish is different. It had not broken into a lot of differences, like the way Slavic language did. They all share the same grammar, same syntax, same word roots, but creating different varieties of Spanish, but they're all Spanish. Nowadays, people argue that Spanglish, a mixture of Spanish and English, is on its way to becoming one. Thank you for listening of the brief history of the Spanish history.